You can't get closer to extinction than having one female remaining in the wild, and that's the case of Mexican wolves. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, with the passage of the Endangered Species Act, was charged with preserving threatened and endangered species, and part of that includes charting a path forward toward recovery. 25 years ago, the first wolves to be released were brought into soft pens or acclimation pens here in Arizona, where they spent 2 months getting familiar with their surroundings in preparation for opening the gates. And those wolves were the first back in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest in over 40 years. Today, 25 years later, we have about 241 wolves coursing the landscape in Arizona and New Mexico as a result of the Endangered Species Act and the tremendous collaboration that's taken place over the years between private individuals, volunteers, captive breeding facilities, state, federal, and tribal resource managers. I've had the good fortune of seeing quite a few Mexican wolves in the wild since reintroduction. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to be out in wolf habitat, tracking wolves and looking for scats and hiking with members and supporters of my organization. This is the 50th year of the Endangered Species Act. And the reason the Act is in place is because it represents the values shared by the vast majority of Americans. Those values represent abundant, flourishing populations of wildlife and healthy functioning ecosystems. And wolf recovery presents us with the opportunity to not only preserve wolves and the ecological relationships they're responsible for, but to learn how to work better together so that we can improve the situation for wildlife and ecosystems across the board. The most important thing that we can learn from the Mexican gray wolf is that humanity is having a significant impact on nature. Scientists estimate that unless we get a handle on the accelerating rate of human-caused extinction or loss of life, that we stand to lose about 50% of the wildlife on the planet by the end of this century. That's staggering. But what's important about it and what the Mexican wolf represents is an acknowledgement that not only were we responsible for the demise of the wolf, but we have the ability to facilitate its recovery. And in that sense, it provides hope and it helps shine a light on a course correction, how we can not only stem the tide of endangered species loss, but really illuminate the path forward and how we can lead the restoration and recovery for a myriad of species that are teetering on the brink of extinction, primarily because of human actions.